Awakening of the Silent Guardian. The vast emptiness of space held secrets older than most civilizations could comprehend. Drifting silently among the cosmic debris, the UES horizon represented humanity's last desperate attempt at survival. A massive vessel, nearly 2 kilometers long, carried the hopes of an entire species suspended in a delicate dance between existence and oblivion. Captain Zara Novak's life support pod hummed with a gentle vibration, its advanced cryogenic systems maintaining her biological integrity through centuries of dormancy. The ship's artificial intelligence, Sci-Fi, had been vigilantly monitoring the vessel's systems, waiting for the precise moment of awakening. A series of complex algorithms triggered, and the hibernation chambers began their slow, methodical revival sequence. Soft blue lights pulsed through the massive hibernation deck, casting ethereal shadows across rows of human pods. The first signs of life emerged not with a dramatic gasp, but with a subtle twitch of muscles long unused. Captain Novak's eyes flickered beneath closed lids, neural pathways reconnecting after centuries of suspended animation. Her last memory was of Earth, a planet on the brink of total environmental collapse, humanity's final hope resting on the shoulders of this massive generational ship. Sci-Fi's calm, gender-neutral voice broke the silence. Revival sequence initiated. Biological systems stabilizing. Total time in stasis, 743 years, 6 months, 14 days. Dr. Caleb Rodriguez was the second to awaken, his lean frame shivering as warmth returned to muscles that had known only cold and stillness. A brilliant xenobiologist and chief scientific officer, Rodriguez had been instrumental in designing the ship's survival protocols. Sci-Fi, Rodriguez mumbled, his voice crackling from disuse. System diagnostics. Now, the AI's holographic representation materialized, a swirling pattern of blue and silver data points that coalesced into a vaguely humanoid shape. All critical systems operational. Life support at 98.7%. Potential habitable star systems detected within scanning range. Zara's pod opened with a soft hiss, and she stepped out on unsteady legs. Her military training kicked in immediately, pushing through the physical weakness. Status of the crew. Total crew complement, 10,237 individuals. Current revival progress, 12% complete. No significant medical anomalies detected, Sci-Fi reported. The ship's massive observation deck gradually came to life. Holographic star maps flickered, showing vast regions of unexplored space. The UES horizon had been humanity's ultimate failsafe, a seed of civilization launched when Earth's ecosystem began its terminal decline. Rodriguez approached a complex monitoring station, his fingers dancing across translucent interfaces. The genetic preservation matrices are stable. We didn't lose a single potential colonist. Captain Novak's eyes narrowed, scanning the unfamiliar stellar cartography. Where are we? Sci-Fi. Current location. Outer rim of the Andromeda Spiral, Sector 7 Gamma. No known human or previously cataloged alien territorial markers detected. The implications hung heavy in the recycled air. They were truly alone, the last remnant of a species that might have been forgotten by the universe. Prepare a full system diagnostic, Novak commanded, and begin long-range communication protocols. Someone out there needs to know we've survived. As the first rays of artificial light spread across the hibernation deck, humanity's silent guardian began to awaken, a testament to a species' unbreakable spirit of survival and exploration. Remnants of a lost civilization. The UES Horizon's communication array hummed with unprecedented activity. Commander Dant Flores stood beside Captain Novak, watching as complex algorithms probed the surrounding space for any signs of intelligent life. Ambassador Elena Kovalenko monitored the linguistic databases, preparing potential communication protocols. "We're picking up something," Rodriguez called out, his voice tense with excitement. "Faint energy signatures about 3 light-years from our current position." Sentinel's holographic form flickered, analyzing the data, detecting artificial construct. Composition suggests advanced technological origin, not matching any previously recorded human or known alien configurations. Novik's hand instinctively touched the communication panel. Prepare first contact protocols. Full diplomatic approach. The ship's bridge tensed. Humanity's first potential encounter after centuries of isolation could determine their entire future. Rodriguez adjusted several scanning frequencies, his scientific curiosity burning bright. Suddenly, a response crackled through the communication systems. The language was unlike anything in their databases, a complex series of harmonic tones and mathematical sequences that Sentinel began rapidly decoding. Incoming transmission, the AI announced. Translation in progress. The holographic display transformed, revealing a being that defied human expectations. Kryax, the representative from what appeared to be a galactic conclave, materialized, a crystalline entity composed of interconnected energy patterns that seemed to shift and pulse with intelligent design. Unidentified vessel. The translation emerged. You have entered restricted spatial jurisdiction. Identify your origin and purpose. Kovalenko stepped forward, her diplomatic training honed to perfection. This is Ambassador Elena Kovalenko of the United Earth Ship Horizon. We are survivors of a human civilization fought extinct. We come in peace and seek dialogue. The crystalline entity paused, its energy patterns fluctuating in what might have been confusion or calculated assessment. Technological renaissance. The encounter with Kryax marked the beginning of humanity's reintegration into a galaxy that had long forgotten them. Chief Engineer Rowan Patterson worked tirelessly, comparing the Horizon's technology with the initial data exchanges from the Galactic Conclave. This is unprecedented, Patterson muttered, analyzing holographic schematics that danced around his workstation. Imani Okik, the ship's communications specialist, worked alongside him, bridging technological and linguistic gaps. Their alien contact, Zeltor from the Quantum Collective, proved both fascinating and challenging. The being represented a civilization that had evolved beyond traditional biological constraints, existing as pure computational entities that could manifest in multiple dimensions simultaneously. Your propulsion systems, Zeltor observed through a complex translation matrix, represent a fascinating blend of quantum entanglement and gravitational manipulation we haven't observed in centuries. Patterson couldn't help but smile. Humanity's technological innovations, preserved in suspended animation, represented a unique evolutionary path. The UES Horizon wasn't just a ship, it was a time capsule of human ingenuity. Rodriguez discovered something even more remarkable. The genetic preservation matrices they had brought weren't just about saving human DNA. They represented a comprehensive blueprint of human adaptive capabilities. Each stored genetic sequence contained potential modifications that could help humans survive in extreme environments. We're not just survivors, Rodriguez explained during a strategy meeting. We're potential architects of our own evolutionary future. Captain Novak understood the deeper implication. Their awakening wasn't just about finding a new home. It was about proving that humanity's spirit of adaptation and resilience had survived against impossible odds. Zeltor presented an intriguing proposition. The Quantum Collective was facing a critical challenge, a technological stagnation that threatened their entire civilization. Human technology, preserved in its unique state, might provide the breakthrough they desperately needed. A mutual exchange, Zeltor proposed. Your technological insights, our navigational databases, a partnership that could reshape galactic understanding. As the Horizon's crew began integrating with this new galactic society, they carried with them something more powerful than advanced technology. They carried hope, the hope of a species that had been written off, now ready to write its own destiny among the stars. Crucible of survival. The peace of technological exchange was short-lived. Tactical Officer Marcus Chen detected the first signs of trouble, a massive energy disruption approaching the horizon's newly established communication perimeter. Incoming threat, Chen announced, his fingers flying across the tactical display. Multiple hostile vessels converging from 3 different vectors. Dr. Sophia Rice, the ship's medical director, had been studying the adaptive genetic matrices when the alert sounded. Her research into human survival mechanisms suddenly became more than academic. It was about to be tested in real time. Varna, leader of the resilient clans, appeared on the communication screen. Her species, a biomechanical collective, looked like a fusion of organic tissue and advanced technological implants. The quantum collective's negotiations have exposed a vulnerability, she warned. The Void Marauders will not tolerate a new technological power emerging. Captain Novak understood immediately. Their very existence, a preserved human civilization with advanced technology, threatened the delicate balance of power in this region of the galaxy. The first wave of attacks came swiftly. The Void Marauders were unlike anything humanity had encountered before, ships that seemed to phase between dimensional planes, making traditional targeting systems obsolete. Adaptive defense protocols, Novak commanded. Rodriguez, activate the genetic modification subroutines. What happened next would become a legendary moment in galactic history. The horizon's defensive systems began to change. Quantum shielding morphed, adapting to each incoming attack pattern. Weapon systems recalibrated in milliseconds, finding vulnerabilities in the Marauders' seemingly impenetrable technology. Marcus Chen watched in awe as human ingenuity transformed the ship into a living, breathing defensive organism. The genetic modifications Rodriguez had developed weren't just about survival. They were about evolution in real time. Rebirth of humanity's legacy. The battle against the Void Marauders became a turning point. What began as a defensive engagement transformed into a demonstration of human potential that would reshape galactic understanding. Dominic Harper, the ship's diplomatic strategist, worked alongside Varuna to coordinate a multi-species response. The resilient clans, initially skeptical of the human vessel, now saw them as potential allies against a greater threat. Lyran, the Galactic Council representative, observed the conflict with growing respect. The humans adapt, Lyran noted to other council members. They do not merely survive, they transform. Captain Novak stood on the bridge, watching as the horizon became more than a ship. It was a symbol of human resilience. Each attack from the Void Marauders was met with an increasingly sophisticated response. The ship's systems learned, adapted, evolved. Rodriguez's genetic modification technology proved to be the ultimate weapon. The ship could now reconfigure its internal systems, create temporary organic technological interfaces that could predict and counter attack patterns almost instantaneously. We're not just defending, Novak realized. We're demonstrating what humanity has always been about: innovation, adaptation, survival. The final confrontation was less a battle and more a technological ballet. The horizon moved through space with an almost organic grace, its systems so perfectly integrated that the line between ship and crew became blurred. When the last Void Marauder vessel was neutralized, silence fell across the communication channels. Lyran was the first to speak. Humanity, the representative announced to the Galactic Council, is no longer a forgotten species. You are a force to be reckoned with. The UES horizon had done more than survive. It had rewritten the rules of galactic interaction. Humanity was back, not as a remnant, but as a powerful evolving civilization ready to take its place among the stars. As the ship's systems settled, Captain Novak allowed herself a moment of reflection. They had awakened from centuries of sleep to find a galaxy that had moved on without them. Now, they would ensure that humanity would never be forgotten again.